interview what they think of you.
Right. Oh, we've never really had a bad interview. Oh, well, I can't say that. If we've had a bad interview, it wasn't our fault. Put it that way. Like, we've never caused a bad interview.
We probably have.
You think?
Yeah, we probably have.
Like who? Like, what interview did we do that you were like, wow, we really screwed that one up?
All of them. I mean, I just think that in my head that, I think we could have done better. Some things about that we could have done differently, and
Yeah, but I'm not saying like you being critical of yourself. I'm saying, did you ever go back on an interview and think to yourself, man, we really messed that up, or we missed a huge opportunity? Like, all right, we're gonna name drop again. Sorry, that's just what we do. When John Cusack was on, and we caught him, I don't know why he was sleeping, but he was sleeping, and he was sleeping. Like,
yeah, that was a horrible interview. I mean,
horrible interview.
If you go back and ask him, he would hate that. The minute he got off the phone, he probably said, "What the hell was that?"
Right, but he caused that. We asked him real questions. We were having a good time with him. I don't know.
And it was like 5:00 LA time, not 5 a.m. It was 5 p.m.
Right.
LA time. So.
But not our fault. Like, he knew he had an interview. His person had scheduled this. It wasn't a surprise. I'm sorry that he was napping, but that was him. That was his fault. We didn't do anything wrong there. I'm talking about interviews that we screwed up. Mm-hmm. Like, we were terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. You just never know what somebody's like, at the end of the interview, what they think.
Right,
but
that's true.
It's nice to know that, once we do an interview and we thought it was really good, like last night's, mm-hmm. that we heard from the grapevine, she really did enjoy it. And she liked everything on Facebook and followed us and did all that. So she doesn't hate us.
Well, we made her laugh, too. I mean, we're talking about Moriah Formica mm-hmm. from Plush and her own music, obviously. But it's interesting, like, I watched some other interviews that she had done, and they were very serious. What are your music influences, and what are you going to do next, and when's your EP come? Which are all great questions, but they're very, people are very serious when it comes to musicians a lot of times, I find. Mm-hmm. So we kind of had a good time with her. We were laughing. We had fun. We made her laugh. So I think that's probably why. It was like a good date. We had a good date with her. Like, she would have a second date with us.
Yeah, and I learned that we were like the second interview that day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She had another interview with somebody else, and it was another radio station, and it was, it was what it was. I mean, it was a typical radio station interview.
What are your influences? What are you doing next in music? What does your song mean? Like all those, yeah. All those
right. Who are you dating?
Questions.
How long have you been dating? Blah, blah, blah. So, since we're talking about her real quick, I'm going to play... there's a song by Evanescence called My Immortal, which is
famous. I mean, it was on the charts.
Awesome song. So here's Moriah doing that song with just another girl playing piano.
Suppressed by all my childish fears, and if you have to leave,
yeah, her voice is so good.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal.
Wow.
This pain is just too real.
She's incredible.
It almost makes me want to cry when I watch this. I mean,
how do you get that much passion at 20 years old?
How do you get that much passion sitting in your room? She's in her bedroom doing this song.
Yeah, not is her voice great, she feels the song. Like, you get the emotion coming out of it too. Like, that's amazing.
So we were talking about how great of a guitarist she is too, and you didn't really see her playing guitar. So in this, you got to watch her playing guitar. So she solos here and she's not even looking at her hands. I hate people that can do that.
It's like an extension of her body, yeah.
And she's singing. Watch her.
Wow. Yeah, that's some major multitasking. It's like when I'm on my cell phone and I'm doing literally anything else at the same time. I can't do two things at once. Like I have to put the phone down or stop making my sandwich.
Right. No, she's doing
I definitely
both.
can't do two things at once, let alone
she's
sing and play
singing
guitar.
at that level, playing guitar at that level.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.